Hey everyone, we've got something today. Got a big old pack of these. We got top loaders in. Yep, we got another brand of top loaders. Trying to make a bit of a splash here in our little community or business. This is from a brand called Max Protection. And yeah, this is a batch here of 100 regular 3x4 top loaders, 35 point. I believe it says it right here. Yep, right there. 35 point top loaders. And not only do you get the top loaders, but you also get some penny sleeves in there. Now the big thing about these that I'm seeing right now, just from, on the onset here, is that these are among the most affordable ones out there right now. At time of filming, these are going for, this little set right here, is going for $16, which is pretty darn good, because again, 16 bucks for 100 top loaders and 100 penny sleeves, not bad. If you buy in bulk, like large amounts like I do, you can generally get them for a bit less. I usually pay somewhere around the realm of maybe say 11 to 12 cents per top loader. This one breaks down to about 16 cents per top loader. That's not including taxes or anything like that, or any kind of shipping you might have to pay. But yeah, 16 bucks for 100 top loaders and the 100 penny sleeves, pretty darn good. So we're going to open these up, we're going to take a look at them, and we're going to see if they are actually worth the money. Where's my little, there we go, there's my cutter. Alright, so again, 100 of these. And as you all know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I have used all the different types of top loaders. I've used Ultra Pros, I've used BCW, and I've used Cardboard Gold. Those are the big three that I have used. I've used a few other off-brands, and some of these other off-brands were, they were okay, but they weren't great. Let me take a look at these and see how good they are. Let's pull out the first couple here. Alright, so first thing I'm noticing, let's see, what's the clarity like? Oh, we got a large scratch right there down that middle. Okay, well, not right down the middle, but pretty close. Alright, so they're fairly clear. They do have a blue hue to them. Let me move that out of the way. I'm not sure how clear that comes through in the camera, but I'm seeing a little bit of a blue hue. That's actually not unusual. So, not unexpected. The clarity is fairly good. Not bad, okay. Let me see, do we have any sharp edges here on the top? Sometimes you'll get these top loaders and they've got like these little sharp edges here because they didn't cut the plastic quite right. So there are no little sharp edges here. Let me check this one as well. Okay, that one's also pretty good, no sharp edges. Let's check some flexibility. Not bad, about the same as Cardboard Gold. Cardboard Gold, I've noticed, tends to be a bit stiffer. And this feels very much like a Cardboard Gold as far as stiffness goes, so that's not bad. Let me grab a card. Let's check some clarity here. There we are. Again, just a little kind of test card here. Slide them right in. Okay. As far as clarity, looks pretty good actually. Yeah, I'm not seeing any kind of problems with clarity there. Looks pretty good, and of course, you still want to check, make sure it flexes. Let me try it from the side here. Fairly decent flexibility. Still stiff enough, so if you're going to be using this for, like archiving, storage, that sort of thing, this feels like it should still be just fine. Yeah, okay. So pretty good. All right, let me put these over here. Now, just to kind of, show that I'm being a bit thorough here, we're going to pull some more top loaders from the middle. We're going to check these to make sure they don't have any kind of edges. Oh, wow, this one feels even better. Okay. Yeah, no edges there. Yeah, the reason I'm kind of, hardcore about these little edge things that you sometimes get in these top loaders is I've gotten so many orders, even from brands like Cardboard Gold, who are generally a little bit better about this, but every now and then I'll get a shipment in, and almost every single top loader within a given package will have that issue where they just didn't cut off the excess plastic, and so now you've got a whole bunch of sharp edges you got to deal with. So it's either you leave the sharp edges on there, or you got to find a way to kind of skim them off, which is a real pain in the butt. So these feel pretty much the same. Let's check this side. Got a couple over here. It's fine. We'll get from here. That's it. Well, I'm actually seeing, what is this? Hold on. This actually stood out to me a little bit. Oh, I see what that is. Okay. So a little bit of a plastic issue there. Why is that? Is that like a glue issue? Okay. Yeah, I think, oh, okay, it might just be the way the plastic is molded there. I saw kind of like this weird glare there. I don't know how easily that comes out on camera, but I saw a bit of a weird glare there. So that was my concern. Let me check here. Okay. Yeah, you hear that? Hear that little snapping sound? sure how well that comes through. Yeah, it feels like this particular one just wasn't glued quite right, so it's kind of coming apart a little bit. So a little bit of a... Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. This is what I saw. See how it kind of splits apart there? That's not supposed to happen. That's why I was looking at that. I was like, there's something weird about this one. Yeah, they didn't glue this one quite right. Okay, so that's just one of these within the entire package of 100. So not terrible. And some might argue, well, you know, if you're just going to archive, you can still, you know, you could still use this one and it'll probably be fine. And they're probably right, but still, it's not something you want to see from your top loaders, that you want to make sure that every single one of them are sealed properly. So there's one out of the bunch of 100 didn't quite seal right. So we'll put that aside. Let me see, are there any others that kind of stick out to me? The rest of these seem okay. Let me just take another kind of random one here. Oops. Let me see, does this one have any issues at the bottom? Nope, I'm not seeing any issues here. Okay, so this one seems okay. So it looks like this one was kind of an outlier. Just didn't get enough glue there. So yeah, so that's the issue that we're facing with that one. Again, as you can see, it kind of opens up a little bit there, and it should not be doing that. So I won't press this one anymore because I could probably still get some use out of it. But yeah, so 1 out of 100, not good. So 99% not bad. All right, so we'll give them that. Let's take a look at these penny sleeves. Let's see. Now, of course, a penny sleeve doesn't really have to be much more than, well, just a really thin piece of plastic that offers a minimal amount of protection for your card. So here's an old penny sleeve. I forget who actually did this one. Was this one Cardboard Gold or was this BCW? I don't remember, but this is another one that I've had kind of lying around. So let's take a look at these. Let's break these out. Here's the first one. And first thing I'm noticing is they're kind of cloudy. I don't know how easy you could see that on camera, but I'm seeing, like here on the edge, a bit of cloudiness there, almost like it's a little dirty. So not great, not a great start there. Let's slide our card in here. And again, this is a standard size Lorcana card, same as Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. Seems fine. Yeah, other than the fact that there's a little bit of cloudiness there. Let me pull a couple of more of these out. Let's see if that cloudiness issue continues. Let me go into the middle here. Okay, so this middle one doesn't have that issue, so it might just be this one on the end that was having that issue with being a bit cloudy. Maybe there's a bit of dust that got in there and it just kind of rubbed on the plastic over a period of time. Okay, because this middle one looks fine. Let me check the one all the way behind. Does this one have? Yeah, this one has the same issue. Yeah, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of cloudiness there on the edges. So yeah, it looks like there may have been, you know, like the factory or wherever they were processing this, not the cleanest place, which, I mean, let's be real honest, it does happen. I mean, when you're dealing with a bunch of plastics and stuff like this, there's going to be a certain amount of filth that gets around. You know, it's not like they do this in a clean room, so, you know, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you could still use this. You could still, you know, stick a card in there for archive purposes, and you're fine. But if you were going to be displaying the card, then you're like, I wouldn't really want to display it in that. So let me pull one more out here. Does this one have the cloudiness? Again, whoop, and this one does too. Again, a little bit of dirt, very, very minimal. Most people probably wouldn't care, but because I'm in the business of caring, yeah, I do. So, yeah, it's, for all intents and purposes, the plastic feels fine. It feels about the average thickness for a regular penny sleeve. My big concern is, again, just here on the edges, you got a bit of dirt, a little bit of a film there. Again, you're going to archive your cards, you're going to stick them in a box in a closet for the next 10 years. It's probably fine. But if you're going to be displaying, then that's going to be an issue. And again, just to sate my curiosity, did we have another one that looks like that? Yeah. Wow. Okay, so this is the fourth one now? Third one? Fourth one? Yeah, third one. Again, same issue. Got some cloudiness there. That's not good there, Max Protection. Y'all got to do a little bit better job about making sure your product is nice and clean, because that's part of why we buy these things. It's because we want to display our cards, we want to store them. Again, could be argued you're just going to store it, but I always kind of look at it as, well, I may want to display it, and would I want to display this, having all this gunk here on the edge? The answer would be no. So, as far as the penny sleeves, I would say they still get a pass, because again, you could still use them for storage. You just got to do a better job, Max Archive. Got to do a better job there as far as cleanliness. The overall package is, you know, the value that you're getting for $16 here. Is it worth it? I would say, unless you're in the business like me of ordering bulk amount of this stuff like I do. Like whenever I order top loaders, I order them in bulk of like 10,000 each, and that's like you would think that's a ton of top loaders, but really it's kind of a small package because they stick them all together and whatnot and make it a much smaller package. But that's the minimum that I generally buy, is about 10,000. So if I were to buy a whole bunch of these and end up with 10,000 top loaders and 10,000 penny sleeves, it's a bit of a bummer. That I would think most of the top loaders would be fine, but again, the penny sleeves are the concern because of the little bit of dirt and grime. Even then, it does still come with kind of a, I guess, a retail display. Because I mean, if I didn't take the plastic off, I mean, you could basically take this and make it retail. It's even got, I don't want to turn them all out here, but it's even got a little UPC there on the bottom, so you could stick this up for retail purchase or retail sale if you had a store. So that's not bad. My overall thoughts. I think these are all right. They're fine. They're at least as decent, the top loaders that is, as Cardboard Gold. So if you're just looking for the top loaders, pretty good. Probably won't be disappointed there, so you can definitely buy these for these. Penny sleeves, like I said, if you're not going to be displaying your cards, they're probably going to be fine. Yeah. I would say it's probably pretty much a buy. Maybe this could be an outlier, but I still have to call them on it because that's my job. But yeah, Max Protection 3x4 top loaders, 35 point, going for about $16 right now at time of filming. I'll put an affiliate link down in the description in case you guys want to give them a try. And when you use that affiliate link, I do get a little bit of a kickback, so just want to let y'all know their full disclosure. Also, disclosure about these. This was sent over to me for free in exchange for a review, so I do want to disclose that. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, all that other good stuff. I really appreciate you all helping to grow the channel. It's, we've been here a little while, but finally we're starting to see some significant growth, so that helps out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.